Welcome to the learning module of Nirmala College for Women, Coimbatore. I am Ms. Antoinette Luciana Sherryn, Assistant Professor from the Department of Chemistry, Coimbatore. In this module, we will discuss about the non-renewable energy sources. What are non-renewable energy sources? A non-renewable energy source is a natural substance that is not replenished within the speed at which it is consumed, which means it is not retaliated or refilled or restocked at the speed at which it is consumed. It takes millions and millions of years of natural process to rejuvenate the non-renewable energies, in other words, to refill or come back to its original state. The most commonly used sources are carbon-based substances, which are examples of coal, petroleum, natural gas, etc. These sources cause an immense damage to the environment due to their harmful emissions. So how are these non-renewable energies formed? Plants, planktons and algae grew on the surface of the earth many million years ago, which was only a wide shallow of seas and damp forests everywhere. So when these plants died, they were settled down at the bottom of the sea, which was crushed under the seabed. The high pressure and the heat underneath led to the formation of the fossil fuels, which are now being used as the non-renewable energies. Some of the examples of non-renewable energy sources are natural gas, petroleum, coal, nuclear energy, etc. Discussing about coal. Coal is a combustible black or brownish black sedimentary rock with a high amount of carbon and hydrocarbons. It is formed from the conversion of vegetable matter under intense heat and pressure over millions of years. The main constituents of coal are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. It is classified into different ranks depending upon the types and the amount of the carbon which it contains. The heat produced by the combustion of coal is used to convert water into high pressure steams, which drives a turbine producing electricity. So here is a classification of coal based upon the amount of carbon it contains. Wood, which contains 400 to 500 grams of carbon in 1 kilogram, peat containing 25% of carbon, lignite, which contains 25 to 35% of carbon, bituminous coal, which contains 45 to 86% of carbon, and anthracite containing 86 to 97% of carbon. Depending upon the amount of the carbon which the coal contains, it is classified into the high class and the low class coals. Some of the advantages and disadvantages. Coal reserve is very large and even the low-grade coal can be used effectively. It is easy for extraction and transportation, and the rate of combustion can be easily controlled. On burning, it emits carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide, which leads to acid rain and global warming. Ash produced after the combustion also causes health problems and pollution. Mining coal is incredibly destructive to the environment. Coal pollution contaminates our water system, and once the coal is mined and burnt, huge quantities of toxic waste called coal ash is being liberated. So these are the advantages and the disadvantages of coal. Moving on to the next topic, we will be discussing about what is petroleum. Petroleum is a naturally occurring material on the earth which is composed predominantly of the chemical compounds such as carbon and hydrogen, which is with or without the non-metallic elements such as sulfur, nitrogen and oxygen. It contains numerous combustible hydrocarbons. and it is obtained by digging oil well under the ground. Petroleum is required or recovered by oil drilling. It is refined and then separated. The denser the petroleum, the more difficult the process is and the less valuable it is. Coming to the advantages and disadvantages, it is easy for extraction and exportation, and it has a high density and can be extracted at low cost. But on the other hand, the coastal waterways are polluted, and again they release nitrogen oxides, sulfur oxides and carbon dioxides and smogs as the combustion products, which contributes for acid rain, global warming and urban oil pollution. Natural gas. Natural gas is formed due to the decomposition of organic matters. It is found in the region which is rich in petroleum. When natural gas occurs along with petroleum, it is called wet gas, whereas when it is associated with the crude oil, it is called as the dry gas. It is a mixture of 50 to 90% of methane and small amount of other hydrocarbons. Its calorific value is 14,000 kilocalorie per meter cube. It is an excellent domestic fuel which is used in automobiles, cheapest, cleanest and eco-friendly fuel, and again it emits less carbon monoxide, O3 and hydrocarbons. One of the major example of the non-renewable energy sources is the nuclear. The nuclear energy is the energy which is held in the nucleus of an atom, and it can be obtained through two types of reactions, the nuclear fission and nuclear fusion. Nuclear fission produces energy through the splitting of atoms, which releases heat energy that can generate steam and can be used to run turbines to produce electricity. Nuclear fusion is a reaction in which two or more atomic nuclei collide at a very high speed and join to form a new type of atomic nucleus. The nuclear energy through fission can release 1 million times more energy per atom than fossil. Pros and cons of nuclear energy. It helps to produce large amount of energy. It is inexpensive compared to the other energy sources and relatively lowers the level of greenhouse gas emissions. On the other hand, the initial cost of construction is enormous. It is prone to nuclear wars, cyber attacks, nuclear accidents, etc., and the radioactive waste cannot be completely removed. So these are some of the examples of non-renewable energy sources.
Thank you for watching this video.